I'm like, do you speak Spanish? Oh, okay. I wish I wanted to introduce in Spanish, but I don't even speak Spanish. Hi, everyone. We are fashionably an hour late. Probably the most late I've ever been because she's the most important and most special guest I've ever had.
Thank you so much. Wow.
Cheersies. Well, I have my little shotty. Oh.
Well, I'm going to take my drink. Here, we'll take my
Okay.
drink.
Salute.
Salute.
Fashionably late, but worth it.
Late, but worth it.
For sure, guys. So I have Raquel.
Hi. Hello, hello.
She is my second guest, season 4. I've been trying to have her on for so long, and she finally graced us with her beautiful presence.
Thank you.
I do have one thing I want to bring up before we started when we were right now waiting to set up that I wanted to bring up. But first, this is my kind of one of my favorite little fun facts is, how did your parents name you Raquel?
Ooh.
I want you guys to listen to this.
So my parents were going to name me Sophia after Sophia Loren or Raquel Welch. I don't know if you know. They're really famous actresses in the 60s,
Yes.
60s, 50s and 60s.
Yeah.
And my parents, my dad's Jewish, and in the Hebrew culture, Jewish culture, Rachel is Hebrew for Raquel. So my mom and dad agreed on Raquel, but they love Raquel Welch.
That's my favorite. I love that. Me too. I like her shoots. When she did that movie with like the caveman outfit.
Oh my god, you know?
Wait, didn't you do like a kind of a costume, like a Halloween costume like that?
You know what's funny? I wanted to be Raquel Welch for Halloween, but I did. It was more like a
What was that?
It was
Oh.
it was a snow bunny glacier girl. I don't more in that realm, but I wanted to be the cave girl, but they don't have any costumes like that. And I actually asked people if, hey, can you make it, but it didn't work out.
I love
But
it.
next year or the year before or after.
And so forth.
Yes.
What are you gonna be this year for Halloween?
I take Halloween very seriously.
Oh,
Very seriously.
Since I was a kid, and everybody that knows me, even my parents, like, as soon as Lost Halloween is over, I'm the one to be like, what am I gonna be next? I swear to God, I'm like, my thing on all year long. It's January, it's November, it's December. I'm like, but what are we gonna do for next Halloween?
Yes.
But what am I gonna do?
You're my girl. I swear, I think about it all the time. I want to be something different. I don't want to be what everyone else is doing. I take it very seriously. I don't care how much I spend.
Is it your favorite holiday?
Absolutely. I'm a Halloween baby.
No.
My birthday's October 28th. So I love Halloween. So yeah, I take it very seriously. I do my research. But I love being really dramatic. Or something cool. Something different. I like to step out of my comfort zone. So
What's been your favorite costume?
So I was a tequila girl
I
last
saw
year.
that on your.
First of all, I love tequila. Who doesn't? But the cool thing is it was actually my mom's costume. So my mom used to be a tequila girl.
Wow.
Back in the day, like back in the early 90s.
That hits different when it's like,
hits
oh,
so
no, we're the real deal, generational.
And I also have to say, my mom saves everything. My mom has 3 closets.
Mom, why can't you save everything? You need to.
Start
I
now.
always tell her, I'm like, you should have saved something.
Start now. Yeah, that's why my mom has 3 closets. She keeps everything, but it's cool because we're the same size.
Yeah.
So she kind of like saves it for me.
Everything fits you guys the same,
We're
exact
the same shoe size. But my mom was teeny tiny. My mom's still a teeny tiny, but I fit in all of her stuff.
Okay.
But anyway,
All her costumes.
all of her costumes. So, and it's funny because she's been saving it for me, and I finally wore it last year, and I got the best action, most compliments.
That was so cool.
It's one of my favorites.
So is Halloween her thing too as well?
You know what? It used to be, but now she's older now. But no, it still is.
I want to do it. I saw that costume. Like, that's such a good idea.
It's so cool. And then you go to a party and you bring tequila with you. Then you just get from shots. It's a good opener for conversation.
Oh my God, I love
it's
it.
very fun.
I was thinking about doing with London, like, okay, because I feel like he kind of looks like Jimi Hendrix, like way back when.
I can
Put
see
the like,
that.
put this on, grow his hair out more. And I was like, maybe I'm like, and then Jimi Hendrix like groupie. I don't know, but I want to go like you said, super 70s with it. Like spend money,
so
like
70s.
super legit. Like we
You have
walk
to-
in and you're like, oh shit, like legit.
Like everyone just.
No, I'm like no, like we're on LSD. Like we're dropping acid. We're
Oh
on
my God, I
listen.
love that. No, you
Yeah.
have to go all out. That's the beauty. And I feel like you have to go all out to the point where nobody asks you what you are. I'll be offended. If you ask me what I am, I'm offended. Like, why are you asking me this?
Mm-hmm.
You should know, you know? So.
Halloween. I'm gonna take the rest of my little shot because
Take
I'm
the rest
such
of
a
your little shot.
halfsies.
I'm going to take a nice big sip.
And for everyone who's been
my
watching my podcast, I've always takes halfsies. Is that bad? Is that you? I noticed you always take. Everybody I know actually takes
I go
full
all
one.
in. I go all in. Go all in, honey.
Haters. Well, now that the guys are talking in the back, everybody, we were mentioning about double standards for women versus men.
Yes, we were.
Okay. So we were saying that why is it okay for men? You, make him join in, Lenny Bunny. Why is it okay if let's just say a guy's single and he's like, oh, I'm single as fuck. I'm partying at the club. Oh, before I hit the club, I'm gonna pipe a girl at my house. I pull up to the club. Oh, a girl just hits. She comes to me in the bathroom. She's like, oh, let's hit in the bathroom. Hooks up. Oh, another girl hits me up. She's in the parking lot. She's leaving. Let me hit in the parking lot. Come back in. So, and I mean, have you heard of guys doing that? Even if they're just your friends, like guys do that stuff
all day, every day.
And it's like, oh, you're the shit. You're player. Like you're the shit. Oh, damn, homies are like, oh, he gets bitches. Blah blah blah. Not quoting me,
Not
but
today.
yeah.
Not today, because
So-
women are coming in.
But why do you think badly of guys if you hear that about them? I gotta ask you that from our perspective.
Do I think badly of them?
Like if you hear like, let's just say someone catches your eye, you're like, oh, he's so fine. Like, oh, just to let you know, like, he just like that. What I just said, like, oh, he fucks a lot of girls. Da da da. Are you still interested? Like, do you already in your head are like, oh, then I can't take him for being something serious? Like, what's your perspective on that?
I'm gonna go by how he is as a person. If I know he's a fucking shitty person, absolutely not.
But you don't care about their sexual history. I'm as honest.
I would rather obviously want them to be safe. You know?
Okay. Like
But-
less sexual partners, or as long as you know that they've used protection.
But that's the thing, like guys will lie to you.
You never know, yeah.
I don't trust them. I'm gonna be honest, I don't. So I'm gonna be turned off by it, honestly.
But would you maybe still hang out with them, or no? Right away, you're like, nope, not giving me time today.
I'm gonna give him a chance, but I'm gonna still think about it in the back of my mind and be a little bit turned off by
You think women are more open, like how they said, as opposed to guys being more open to us, being like, oh, she slept with so and so? No, no.
I don't think that's right.
Do you think that they are like that though?
Absolutely. That's just kind of
All right, we're
What
going
we're
to
in right now.
our viewers in the back.
our viewers in the back.
What's your guys' opinion on? Are you guys? Let's. Is the mic on? Can you guys hear him? Is it on?
She herself
Wait,
just
wait.
said
Yeah, go.
she just said she'd probably be turned off a little bit, right?
I would.
Right. Okay. So if I knew a girl was smashing 3 guys in one night,
And that's exaggerating, by the way. Let's just say she has had sex with one of your homies, one of them.
hell, I can't do it.
Well, you did do it.
No cap though.
You didn't have sex with none of my homies.
What if
Somebody you know.
Just 'cause, well, yeah, no. If you know them, we might be able to work around it depending on how much you know
That's
them.
why I just sometimes I
how
feel
much
like
I
it's,
know them. I didn't know that dude like
there's
that.
certain circumstances.
I didn't never hang out with them ever like that.
It's a small world. Like, I don't know if you know, like, there's only so many choices. Like, we're all in a small circle, believe it or not. Like you can only do so many. You can only date or go around so many people.
Okay, we're not talking about us. We're talking about what you brought up, which was
Okay, sorry.
okay. You saying
We're going to
asking
the
if
next.
there's a double standard.
True.
Okay, there's only a double standard if the girl doesn't care that the nigga's fucking 3 girls and fucks him, but then you want us to, like, come on, it doesn't really work like that. Like, if we can't, as a man, you can't expect a man to like want to be with someone that
He can't take you
you
serious.
know has been with like multiple people in one night. That's tough.
Okay, here's
That's
my-
tough.
Wait, she wants to say
But no one has to know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Half the
like,
time you
who
won't
has
even
to
know.
know?
You won't even know half the time.
And
You're
I
never
don't
gonna
want to
know.
know. I'm the type. I don't want to know. Like, don't tell me.
You're like whatever we're doing, it's about us.
Whatever you're happy with.
You never asked though about their past, like, hey, so what about this and that?
I'm kind of. I'm the type. Yes and no. I'm more like I'm present. Like we're in the present moment. Don't do it now and
Smart.
forward.
That's a smart way to
No,
live.
literally just today I asked
live.
him. I was like,
I don't like focusing on that.
just today I asked him like, have you had a threesome with a girl and another guy?
You asked him today. Love that. Okay.
And he said, yeah.
And what'd you say? What'd you
Don't
say?
really want to say it on camera.
Yeah,
okay.
so there
I
is no
respect
double
it.
standard. Like everybody's gonna feel some type of way if you know your significant
I mean,
other
if
has.
you're-
Oh wait, he wants to say something. I think. Oh.
When you want something serious, I totally get it. You know? But if not, then I don't know.
Yeah,
then
yeah.
do you.
Yeah.
Okay,
What I was
has
saying,
he
what we were
ever-
saying, it was like
Can we ask
if a
him
girl
that?
you're about to date knew that you slept with 3 girls in one night, they'd be like, oh, blah blah blah, that's fucking ratchet. But they'll sleep with Chris Brown tomorrow.
you know what? Wait,
They'll
I
sleep
have
with
a-
Chris
I have a
Brown tomorrow
question.
and not even care. Yeah, not even
Wait,
care.
I have a
So
question.
I'm saying
for-
there's double standards.
I have
If
a
you get money
different
from him, that's one
rephrased
thing, but if
question
you-
for both of you guys. So let's just say you knew she's slept with, how he said, half the industry, so call it, which is not referring to us, by the way, on live. We're just saying because he said that in the back. But let's say she is coming on to you and she's super attractive. Would you still hook up? I'm not saying you're gonna wife her, but would you'd let her? You'd fuck?
Okay,
Safely?
real stuff. It depends. Like, if I found out she slept with like this guy or this guy, it could be a turnoff. But you know what I'm saying?
But what if she was super fine? Like, don't lie. Like, maybe it's a turn off, but you'd still probably hit.
It depends. Right?
On
it
what?
depends.
On what?
Okay, listen. She can be the baddest in the club, right? But then everyone's like, oh yeah, like we hung out, like we did this, we did that. I know who she is. No. Cause that's like you going in the club or her in the club is like, oh, we know who that person is. We know that person. Then you'd be like, oh, you already know who she is. We hung out. We've been to parties with her.
But the thing is, that's where guys and girls are different. Because girls will be like, oh yeah, I slept with London. He's fucked up. And the other girl will be like, oh, I like that. Other girl will be like, oh, I want him now. But guys aren't like that. We're not
Actually?
like that. We're not like,
Wait,
oh,
London
you
brings
fucked
up a
her?
good point.
Oh, I want her real bad.
No.
now. Well, that's not how guys
Seriously,
are.
actually, that he brings up a really good point where, okay, have you ever hung out with somebody, and let's say someone you know or a friend of yours was like, before you hung out with them, they were like, oh, he's oh no, never, blah blah blah. But or let's say someone that's just your follower, doesn't even know you. But all of a sudden when you're hanging out, they're like, oh, because they like you, they're like, oh, I'm looking at him different. Have you ever had that or no?
It depends on the person.
Yeah.
Person.
Yeah. Because
I
if
feel
it's
like
like,
it
Because
really
if they're
does
fucking
affect.
If it's
trash,
like-
they're
if it's
fucking
like-
trash.
yeah, if it's like, who's
And I'm
like a
like, I
good
don't give a fuck.
Instagram
I don't
girl
give a
right now?
fuck.
If it's like, I don't know, Sweetie, and she's like, oh yeah, I fucked with him. He's not
Like,
shit. Blah blah blah.
okay,
blah.
for
You're
example,
gonna be like, oh, I'm about to
like
fuck
let's
with
say
him.
you
Fuck
think
with him.
Quavo
Fuck Sweetie.
is not attractive,
Okay.
but then all of a sudden you're like, and if you let's just say he was like, oh, trying to hit, like let's say you love Sweetie, but you're like, Quavo, I don't like him,
Right.
and then
I'm gonna get at Sweetie.
she's like, first of all,
gonna
she's
go
like,
for
Quavo, get the
Sweetie.
fuck
Yeah,
out
she's
my
thinking
way.
outside the
She's like,
box.
so first of all, she's like, can you hook me up with your ex? You're like, can you hook me up with what I gotta do to get a Sweetie? Well, there we
I want to
go.
get with Sweetie. That's the
All right, Sweetie or Doja Cat?
That's the thing we always ask. Same.
That's a good answer. It's good. Okay.
London loves
But then
Doja.
Cat can be on the side, then she can come in.
London likes freaking Doja over Sweetie because
Yeah, I
she's
do.
natural. Because she's
Doja.
natural.
I think she gets me going more than Sweetie do.
Okay, I respect that. I think she's great too. They're both great.
Makes good
I
music.
wouldn't be sad.
But nobody's like Jasmine.
Either one.
You're like, I'll take both.
I would, yes.
You're like, at the same time, I accept the challenge.
Yes.
All right, next
So-
topic.
I know. So I guess we came to the point that, did they agree that? I mean, I guess everyone's kind of like, it kind of just like, it depends on what, and sometimes it's like, if it's
Communication's key.
it's
right?
honestly, it's vibes and it's feelings
If that's what you want to do and that makes you happy, do it.
and then even if like somebody does say something about someone or whatever the case is, sometimes you want to just be like, you know what, kind of something about them interests me. Like I kind of want to hang out with them.
Exactly.
Or like
Do
even
what
if,
you
yeah.
wanna do. End of the day, whatever makes you happy.
Quote Raquel, everybody.
Do
Listen
it.
to that.
I'm
She
true.
said, do what you want to do and do what makes it happen.
And no regrets. Just go full force, full forward.
Love it.
That's my thing. I'm in the moment person. If I'm feeling it in the moment, I'm gonna do it.
Yes. And what sign are you again?
Scorpio.
But you're such a bubbly Scorpio.
I'm a very bubbly Scorpio.
How many? Isn't she a bubbly Scorpio?
I am. You know why?
Does she seem like a Scorpio?
My own.
Oh.
People say that a lot.
Why? Because you're intense?
Yes.
She's like, don't let me
But
fool
both my parents are Pisces, and it's Pisces month, so I feel like they made me very like bubbly because my parents are very talkative and friendly. So I feel like being around that my whole life, I caught that energy. But then they think I'm really mean. Like I'm not a morning person.
Oh.
Like don't wake me up. Don't.
Oh, I know, I'm horrible. Like I'm like a demon, like another person. Like they'll be like, "You're so." Do you remember you said that? I'm like, "Well, don't wake me up while in the middle of my sleep. I'm half asleep." And they're like, "You're so mean. Why did you say that? Why did you do this?" Because I'm like, just whatever. I'm like, leave me alone.
Wait, you're a Leo?
Yeah, but my my rising Scorpio though.
Are you really? Wow, that's awesome. I'm an Aries, and then
That's
my-
still fire
my moon
though.
is
Fire.
Gemini. I know.
She's intense as
I'm very
heck. We haven't even seen the other side.
Okay, then that's why. There we go. We just answered my problems. Yes, I'm definitely the life of the party.
Really?
Oh, for sure.
Every Gemini I've seen is just like very. I think I'm just used to the bad side of the Gemini.
I'm used to that too.
Yeah.
They're very two
Yeah.
personalities. One where they're alone, like with you, and then they're with other people. I feel like they're
Yeah.
two different, and I don't like that. I want Rio all the way.
You're so like I think you're like the from all your signs like the deepest kind of. Is that all fire? All her signs Gemini's fire or no?
Air. Aries is air.
And then
Aries
Scorpio
fire.
is
water.
Oh,
very-
but they're
I am
very
very
intense
emotional.
signs. Really?
Yeah. I'll like open up to
I
you.
do. Do you know any cancers?
I do.
So you're like a cancer, you would say?
No.
Oh.
Because I'm tough, but in certain circumstances, I'm like.
That's what my mom says about your
cancers
sign.
sometimes are like too emotional, where I feel like I'm like, can you like be chill?
Oh my god, it's my exact word. Can you be
Can you just be like normal for 2 seconds?
God exact words, my
Like I'm like,
exact
come on, like
words.
this is real life. Like, can you not be in your feels so much? You know what I mean?
My life in 2 short worded statements. Can you just like are you serious right now? Like can you just
You grow up for 2 minutes? Like, come on. Like, you know, like everything they take a lot of offense, I feel like.
everything they're like
Too personal. Like I'm not
all the time they're like, oh, why did you do okay, this and that, and you're like, oh my god, it wasn't even like that.
like I don't like your shoes, but that doesn't mean I don't like you as a person. Like chill. You know? That's it. Just chill.
And we're not talking shit, everybody,
We're not
about.
talking shit about
We're just
cancers,
being
just from my
honest on
experiences.
honesty and stuffy like that. I don't know. So I'm like, we're the best sign.
Wait, I love Leo.
Do you have a good experience with Leos?
love
Do I seem like a typical Leo?
You too.
Yeah.
Because
I like a little bit, a tiny bit
I
shy.
like that. I love that because I like people that are humble, but then once you like get to know them, they're like super nice and they're confident and they hold their ground. Love that. I don't like overly cocky people. I think that's really unattractive.
Like obnoxious.
Ugh, I hate
I
that.
can't stand it either.
Walk out the door.
Like sometimes I'll just be looking at them and I'm like
we know I can just read through your insecurity.
oh yeah, you know, huh?
I can just I know. I can read it. So with the Leo, I feel
You're like, I'm gonna let you do you, but
I read right through you. You can't fool me. But with Leos, you guys are just cool, calm, collective.
that's my number
hot.
one thing is calm. I'm always
Calm.
very calm mannered.
Love that, and I like that about you because you are. You're so
Thank
sweet.
you. She's hyping us Leo's
I
up.
am. And you're very confident at the same time. I think that's
You hear
a
that,
really
Lunny
great
Bunny?
trait.
You hear that?
What are you? What are you, sir?
He's a Cancer.
Oh,
That's
you're
why
a Cancer.
That's she's like, oh, never mind. Forget I asked. She's like, sorry you had to hear that. I did his full horoscope. He's double Cancer.
Oh no!
She said,
Buckle up. Going in the submarine of tears.
there he is. Might as well be. Oh my gosh. I'm glad you can at least relate to
I
that.
can relate. I definitely can.
All right, I'm like, let me hop back on topic, but I love where that went. God, who have you known real quick? Who was a Cancer?
I've known a couple guys. I've known a couple girls.
And it's the same type
But
of.
it is. But
Were they all kind of the same, like what you said?
yes, I feel like the guy. I like like guys. Cancers are cool, but I also feel like they're maybe a little too possessive.
Okay.
Like a little like
Mhm.
chill, you know. But then girls too. It's like a lot of confrontation. Like they take one thing a little too personal.
Oh
And
yeah.
maybe I came off a little too harsh. Maybe that's my bad, and I need to be a little nicer. But everyone takes things differently. I feel like
Yeah.
so you just kind of have to know.
Everyone
who
takes
you're
it the
dealing
same
with.
except Cancers.
Yeah, they just take it to the extreme. But I have to say, I do too.
They're literally.
We're
They're like, you don't love me anymore. They're like, I could tell.
They think I hate them. I don't hate you. I just don't like your shoes. Like I said, change your shoes and then you can go on with the night. No, I
She's
don't.
like, no. They're like, no, I don't. I'll
You ask
leave.
for my opinion, I'm going to give you my opinion. That's it.
All right. Back to the basics.
Yes.
So where are you originally from? Born and raised?
I'm a Orange County girl.
OC baby.
OC baby from Southern California, born and raised. I'm from a town called Town.
Oh, hey, a small
like a baby
town.
town.
I love small
I feel
town.
like it's called Foothill Ranch,
Okay.
and I feel like it's very small. I joke and I say it's called Retired Ranch, because there's, so my parents moved there. My dad's from New York, my mom's from LA, and my parents moved to the OC, and they originally moved to Mission Viejo, which is, I don't know if you've heard of it.
Yep.
It's really, really cute, really pretty. And then my parents moved to, it was a new town at the time, like 20 years ago.
Mm.
And they were just building it. And I've been there my whole life. And they've, all the kids that I grew up with are my age, in their 20s. So I call it Retired Ranch now because no one's moved and, so everyone's a little older now. So I call it Retired Ranch.
So are you close to like Tustin? Are you close to like
I am.
Anaheim, Tustin, or?
I'm close to the Irvine Spectrum. Really close to there. I'm close to Tustin. I'm actually really close to Laguna Beach.
Love
So
Laguna
I
Beach.
go there all the time. There, Newport, Costa Mesa. That's like my. I'm a beach girl.
Do you want to stay in OC?
You know what?
Would you ever relocate?
Right now I want to live in LA. I'm in the works of that too.
Mm-hmm.
But when I'm older, I want to settle down. Definitely OC. I'm an OC
Like
girl.
like there's some places that like, okay, if I'm starting a family, I want to get a little bit more for my money, like a nice house in a quiet neighborhood. Yeah,
Definitely.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
There's just nothing like it, and it's just mellow. But
I've heard too of like people from LA versus OC. Not like they were against each other, but it's very like, oh yeah, I was seeing an OC girl, I was seeing an OC guy, or like an LA girl, LA guy. Like there's like you can just tell kind of from saying that the difference. Have you ever like had that out there?
Oh,
type of thing?
of course. Well, people always bash. I feel like
Yeah. What do they say out there about LA?
I feel like LA people always bash OC people because we're too chill or it's boring over there. There's nothing to do.
Yeah, Disneyland.
There's a lot of things to do, but people just don't. They don't make the time and explore.
Is downtown Fullerton considered
Ooh.
OC?
I love
Is that considered OC or
Is
no?
it? Yes.
How far is that from you? Like 15?
Like 30 minutes. No, it's 30
15.
minutes.
Oh, okay.
My dad actually, so my dad is a tenant. So he has like different properties and he actually has a lot in Fullerton. So I'm there a lot. So I love Fullerton. Actually, Fullerton's a vibe. I like it. It's fun to go out, have a drink, eat. It's fun. It's like college town down there. So it's really fun.
So what's like your go-to fun things to do in OC? If you were telling someone that's visiting Orange County.
Okay, I'm going to have to say fun.
Does Knott's Berry Farm count? Is that close as OC though?
No, it is. Where is it?
No.
That's in
Buena Park.
Buena Park.
Is that not close to you?
I
Is
grew
it?
up going
That's
there.
that's what I think of when I think of
My field trips
OC.
were all there. You think of that as OC?
No, not only. I think of downtown Fullerton. I think of and then Disneyland. The best.
Okay.
The number one's Disneyland.
Disneyland.
How far is Disneyland from you?
25 minutes, 30 minutes.
Oh,
Quick.
that's still okay.
Quick. I mean, it's a little bit of a drive.
A little bit. Okay.
When I think of OC, I think of beach. That's what I
Oh, like
think.
Laguna. Because you're
Laguna
closer
Beach.
to Laguna than anything.
Laguna's my beach.
So
I go there. I'll run uphill.
I'm like, oh, so her family has money.
oh, maybe.
You're like, hate on it. Just kidding. Oh my God, how
But
fun.
yeah, so but when I think of OC, I think of the beach, and then I love to be outside, so I like to work out outside. So I'll go to Laguna and I'll run up hills and get a good workout, and then I'll go to the beach.
Have you been to Thousand Steps Beach?
I have.
Is that your
love it.
Is that your favorite one in Laguna?
I'm gonna spill some tea, but there's this private beach that I go to. It's called Victoria Beach. It's actually
It has like a little pirate tower.
It does. It actually has. So it's in a little like a home facility area, like a lot of homes, and then there's like stairs that you walk down, and then it's like a legit private beach. Like not that many people know about it, but after the years, people are finding out about it, and I've been going there since I was a little girl, but not that many people know about it. That's why I go there.
Is it the one though, like that? If you walk somewhere, it's like it looks like a pirate tower.
Yes, it is, and I'm not gonna lie. I take my IG pictures there.
Oh my God!
And I'll bring all my friends there, and we'll take pics down there.
That's
It's
so
just,
cool.
It's so fun, and there's not that many people to bother you. Because if you go to Main Beach in Laguna, it's so packed.
Is Thousand Steps get packed? I haven't been since like honestly like a year since to that one. Does it still get packed? Or
It
no?
does, because people know that it's a workout. People go there to work out. So if you're into working out, then yes. But it's pretty chill. It's pretty mellow. But I like to go to the more mellow.
Is yours super empty?
Super empty.
And it's called Victoria Beach.
Yes. don't say it too loud.
She's like, whisper, then not much of them were.
Everyone's gonna go there now.
We have to do that.
That's so fun, and it's just a good time, and it's chill. And
Do you swim in the ocean?
no, no, I do not. You could pay me, and I'll go. It's just too cold.
No, but are you a good swimmer?
I am. I used to
Like a strong,
competitively
like
swim.
you're like comfortably you can do like go lap out,
100%.
come back against the current. You're like,
I haven't done that in a while, just because it's so cold.
but would
and
you
our
freak
beaches-
out or you can be like, no, I got this.
I would do it. I'm not scared. I'll do it.
Dang.
But if I was in Hawaii or like Miami, I would swim all day, just because it's warmer. I like the warm water.
Dang.
The cold, I'm like.
I gotta ask the guys. Could you guys swim? Are you guys strong swimmers? Oh. They're passing the mic. We're speaking to our audience.
gotta
We're
see.
picking 2 random audience members out of our 100. Anyways, yes. Are you a strong swimmer?
I can swim pretty good. No cap. When I was like 6 years old, I didn't know how to swim. My mom threw me in the pool and said, "Go." That's literally.
That's how everybody learns.
Just go.
But right
Figure
now,
it
would
out.
you swim in the ocean against a strong current, or you think that you're like, nah, no.
To keep it 100, I don't fuck with the ocean.
He's like, I'm not going in the ocean. Sorry.
But which ocean?
In general, I don't like beach water.
I mean, mean,
Yeah, the
Laguna
Pacific.
Beach, I don't see any harm.
She was like, would you go in the Atlantic?
The ocean's tough.
closer.
The ocean is violent. The ocean is a mean place, but I love swimming in the ocean. I don't know why. I do not know why. I've almost drowned.
And he got caught in like a.
It was my birthday. I got caught in a riptide, and we were drunk. So like it just kept sucking us back in. Wave, 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 and then you think you're done. I thought I was gonna die for sure. Yeah.
He
100%.
could have, because
Yeah.
when you're caught in a
Yeah.
riptide,
Yeah.
you could die.
Like I had my friends. My friends were screaming. We had
You
my homie's
could.
little brother with us. He was like 16 or 17. London, help me, help me.
and you couldn't help
I
him,
look
right?
back like, you on your own, buddy. You on your own. We all dying in this motherfucker. But yeah, the ocean is scary, very scary. I don't think I'd like let
But
my
we're not
kids swim in the ocean.
Swimming to where like
But yeah, we're not
yachts
swimming
are.
to like, we were real deep in the ocean.
We're swimming to.
We were far.
We're-
We weren't supposed to be that far.
They're pussy.
And we were actually at, in Malibu on, I think it's called Paradise
Oh,
Cove.
that they were in Malibu
Yeah, Paradise Cove.
when it happened.
And we were by the pier, and I guess the
She
pier
said,
is
so
very.
you're pussies.
If you're
So-
swimming out towards yachts, okay, I get it.
Yeah.
But if you're in like the cove, you're
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
Nothing-
They
It's
said
gonna
a
happen.
riptide pulled. When you get caught in a
Yeah,
riptide,
you're not supposed to be
men.
by the
I
pier,
can
is
figure
what I
it
hear, I
out.
guess. We didn't know any of
man,
this.
she said you're a man. You could figure.
Yeah, figure it out, buddy.
Figure it
yeah,
out.
Nah, but
We're gonna
yeah,
throw
I
you
guess we were by the
overboard.
pier, and it was 5:00 p.m., which I guess is like high tide, and we didn't know any of that at the
We're
time.
not
So.
supposed to be past by the pier.
Yeah.
We're supposed to be way
Yeah,
closer.
way, yeah.
The
So
waves get gnarly.
yeah, so
But
we got
that
sucked
does
out. It was bad.
remind me of another story.
I had
Thank-
dreams for like 2 months of just drowning in waves for 2 months straight. I had
Tsunamis.
dreams.
That sounds like a problem. You have to.
Good job,
That
guys.
does remind me that one of his friends, one time we were all hanging out and he shared with us a story, one of his friends, that he had taken his first date, on a first date, it's like pressure, to Paradise Cove. You know how there's like,
Like to swim?
a kind of, so they went there to walk on the
Okay.
beach, prop up a little blanket, whatever you're going to do, drink, eat.
Cute.
So, but I guess, you know how they said there's high tide. Only there's more high tide on one half than not the other half. You can kind of sit there for a little bit longer.
Right.
So they get there. So there's a tiny. You've been to Paradise. It's like where
Yeah.
the restaurant is. It's like a tiny bit of kind of subtle.
It's very little.
It's like a step up, and then it's the restaurant.
Right.
So him and his date get there. They're walking in. Everyone's to the right on the sand. To the left, he's like, "Wow, it's empty. Nobody's on the sand here." He's like, "We're so lucky." And then the restaurant's a little bit up. So they're walking.
Mind their own business.
He's like, they look to a big ass wave is coming, and there's hard rocks behind them. They're like,
no.
and then they start screaming, and they're like, ah! The wave hits them against the rock. And yeah, and then they fall on the floor, and then the waves keep hitting them, and they weren't hurt though at all. But
Thank
waves keep
God.
hitting them, and then people are like, "Help them! Help them!" And it's mind you, they're not in the water, just like it's high
high
tide,
tide.
yeah. And they're like, the girl's shoes fly off, her phone gets lost in the river.
I would have dumped him right there. I'd be like, pick a better spot to take me.
No, like everyone's like, the two people that were eating had to pull them up. They wouldn't have gotten out.
Yeah, I don't know about
But
I
and
don't
then
know
after
about that.
so then after that, he bought her the same price. He bought her shoes again and a new phone.
Okay, new
You're like,
phone.
no, you're like, I'm Gucci.
Okay,
new phone. So like,
thank you, sir. That's it. I'm
No,
never
never mind.
again.
You know, that's all in the past. That's all. What happened? I don't remember that.
I don't remember anything. A new phone? Okay, great. Let's go again.
She brings up the
Let's go again.
So let's
Get
put
me a
my
new
car in
phone.
there. Can you upgrade my new car?
I'm dead.
I just
love that. I love that.
That reminded me of that. We got a little off topic. But,
I love that.
isn't
But
that
I'll-
dope though?
But I would never go there again. On a date. On a date though.
I couldn't believe they said that. I was like,
Unless we're gonna go swimming.
no, it was
That
like,
the
because I know
date.
if I was her, I'd be scared. I'm like, oh, like they had to help them, like help.
You know, one time I was at Victoria Beach, and I was doing a photo shoot, and I left all of my stuff on the sand, including my phone. Everything got swept. Everything. My phone got swept. My clothes, my purse, swept away.
And then
Swept away.
what happened? And then
And then my I was really young at the time. I was
Yeah.
probably like 17, 18. And then my parents didn't know where I was. Then I had to go home and tell them that I lost my phone in the ocean.
Were you freaking out?
I was crying. It was terrible. And I didn't back anything up at the time. I didn't have iCloud. This was back in like 2014, 2015. So yeah, I can relate to that.
He said those were different times.
It's different times, old times. But yeah, I'll never leave my valuables that close to the water.
I noticed too. You never
know if it's gonna sweep it away.
We shot recently. I made him go at night. And this is the thing about people need to know about Instagram influencers. Tell me if you can relate.
I can relate. I can already
relate. Is that so? I already had an idea because I had saw some girl. I don't even follow her, but you know, like sometimes I'll look at like the page, like the not promoting, but like the page that like shows random posts.
Okay.
And I'll get actual ideas or post inspo or background inspo from LA.
Okay.
So I had this one idea of someone that did it at the Santa Monica Pier, but from the beach, where you can see the
pier.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, pier.
So the first night we went, I'm like, it's not doing it. I don't like it. I should have worn something different. I'm like, no, we gotta come back tomorrow night. And he was like, really? I'm like, yeah. He's like, okay. So we went back, and I got it back the next night. But when we were there, it was just like I put my phone down and stuff like that. And like the current kept coming up, and it was almost, I'm like, oh shit, and we kept having to moving it back. So it just reminds me of that.
See, it happens to everyone. It's a thing.
So I didn't take it luckily, but yeah.
But it's bad if the ocean takes your stuff. You don't want that to happen.
So Instagram photo wise, because I was saying, I'm like, sometimes I'm like, no, we need to do it again. How do you choose, like, what are some tips to Instagram people that they can do to take an aesthetic post, like more like-worthy, get more interactions? Like, what do you look for in your post? Like you'll be like, okay, that's a good one.
I definitely think, number one, lighting. Lighting is everything. And I have a little light. It's like this big.
Yeah.
And I bought it off of Amazon. It's for like professional cameras. So if I take pics at night, I have the light. Lighting is everything. I feel like if you have good lighting, you can never get a bad pic. So lighting is one. Two, where you go. So I'm always like, so whatever my fit is, whatever I'm promoting, I'm like, okay, where should I go? If I have more of like a grungy fit, I want to go more industrial or more city feel, whatever goes with my vibe. And I'll drive whatever to get that good pick. And then especially with timing and lighting, usually the best time I feel like is like 4 or 5 o'clock, depending on when the sun sets.
Yeah.
Because you don't want
too harsh
of sun. I feel like that interferes with your picture. So I feel like a little bit later, but you don't want it too dark.
Yeah.
But I also really love night pics. I feel like it looks really good with the lighting.
And night mode. And then the iPhones have night mode, which I like.
And they have night mode. So whatever you're into, but I really like night pics, how I come out in them. But definitely, what's your fit like? Then you go from there. Then, all right, where should I go?
Do you think that the background can definitely enhance
100%.
the photos? Like, it just makes so much more for the eye to like.
Because
And
I've done the whole, like, plain background. It's, it's cute once in a while.
yeah, it can work, but
I feel like it's boring. And I don't like to use it.
and I kind of feel like, I mean, from what I follow from, like, for example, like, I just followed Kendall Jenner.
Okay.
And, no, not Kendall, Kylie, sorry.
Okay.
And then, hers is very, or anyone, other people, like, they want the whole aesthetic of the pic. Even if you're, like, kind of small in it, if, like, because sometimes the actual architecture is beautiful. Whatever it is, it's like, it can really make the picture.
100%. I feel like, yes, you are the main focus, but I also feel like,
I think people
background.
love it because it's more to the eye.
Absolutely.
Catches more attention. You're like, oh, wow. And they do look at it, yeah.
No, I was just saying, I like to go all out. I like to, it has to be perfect. I like to do.
And then swipes. I think that the new thing is like swipe gets, I feel like all the time, like, I don't want to just post one. That's weird. Nobody posted just one. I'm like, nobody posted just one anymore. We're like, we need to swipe it.
I like to tell a story.
Yeah.
It's more fun, and people can relate to it and get inspired by it. So I think that's special. But I'm for the one picture. Don't get me wrong.
It'll still do its job.
It does its job, but I like
we need to post something.
I like to be more fun and spontaneous and just have fun with it. And I feel like you can with the swipes. It'll tell a story. It tells a story.
I like when it's like the in between shots and you're laughing, stuff like that.
Right. It's cute. It's relatable. People can relate to you. So it's fun. We want to make it fun. That's what I think.
All right, you got our tips from us, everybody. Instagram
Make it
tips
fun.
101.
Like Instagram,
For
lighting
free,
is
for free.
best. For free. Yes.
I'm going to bring up your fitness, fitness life.
Okay.
I remember when I first came across your Instagram, it was...
The little fit girl, right? Is that what you're saying?
And then you changed your name. But I remember that's what you were like, and I'm sure you still are, but
Yes.
I want to just kind of just talk about your fitness journey.
Okay, cool.
So where did that start from, and what age did it start
Oh
from?
my God, I was so young. So I'm 24 now. I started my fitness journey when I was 15. And I was anorexic when I was 15. I was in high school. And my dad, both my parents are very active, always been in fitness. And when I got into that anorexic hole in my life, they were like, what the hell's going on? And they were like, we're going to help you. We're going to figure out how we can, get you out of this. And my dad set me up with a nutritionist who was also a coach for bodybuilding. And my only thing was, he was like, you have to listen to what this guy tells you. So he told me what to eat, and then he also showed me how to work out. And once he taught me how to work out, I fell in love with it. I was like, I love it so much. And I continued with it, and then shortly after, I found out about competing. And I just wanted to look like the girls that compete. I just loved it.
Before, not to interrupt, but before you, did you fall in love with it before you saw the results or after you did?
No, before.
Oh, okay, okay.
I just loved working out. It was just
like the whole idea, you're like, I love this, it's good.
It was my total escape.
Yeah.
It made me feel good. It made me feel like empowered. It made me feel strong because I felt so weak being, anorexic. My lowest weight was 84 pounds.
What made you go, like, what would you say, why did that happen?
Well, I used to be a cheerleader. I was a competitive cheerleader. I'm really little. I'm 4'11". I used to be a flyer, so they used to throw me around. And the girls that would base me would tell me that I was too heavy, and they were like complain that they didn't want to pick me up. I don't think they.
You're like, am I too heavy or are you weak, bitches?
You're, sensitive at that time, so I took it very personal, and I loved cheerleading so much that I was like, I'm gonna do whatever to get me to being the best flyer. I just wanted to be the best, so I was like, I'm not gonna eat. I literally was like, I'm not gonna. At 14 years old, I was like, I'm not gonna eat anymore.
So what is anorexic in from your experience in detail?
I would weigh myself like 6 times a day. I was very obsessive. If I had a goal weight in my mind every day, and if I was over that, I would just like hate myself. I would cry. I wouldn't eat. I would restrict myself. And I just felt like being skinny was everything. I wanted to be small. I wanted to be the best at the line. So I would just do whatever.
So would you not eat at all? Only because I don't really know too much about anorexia.
Well, in the beginning of it, I would literally eat like a tuna packet and like or an apple a day. I was
okay.
I would just drink water.
Yeah.
And I'm not kidding. There were some days that I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna continue this. It was really bad. And then I remember my mom saw me one morning and she was crying. I was like, oh my God, like that really hit me. I was like, I was a sophomore in high school, and then I actually was homeschooled shortly after because I was just not doing well at all. So then I was homeschooled, and then I got the help that I needed, which was.
How did that come? Did you realize that you needed help? Did your parents? How did that come to?
My parents were more like, you're not healthy, because I actually thought I was. Like I was eating, tuna.
In your head, you were like, oh, this is what I want to be, right?
Well, I was just trying to be. I just wanted to be thin, and I thought I was being healthy because I was eating tuna and an apple and a peach. So I thought that was healthy. So I was like, what are you talking about? But I knew in the back of my mind what I was doing was wrong. And then my parents were like, you look terrible, need help, you know. So I was like, okay, fine. And my only option was to listen to this guy, this nutritionist, and for some reason, I trusted him, and I did everything he told me to do.
Yeah.
My dad made me work out with him once a week, every Sunday, and I actually
This was still in high school?
I was in high school.
Okay, cool.
I was 14, 15. And I would go to the gym with him, and I secretly loved it. But I was like, I was the type where I didn't want to like tell my parents
Like,
that I
God,
loved
this is
it.
awesome. I hate it.
I was like, oh, like I always like to be right. So
Yeah.
the fact that they were like, you do
But
this.
this is really cool.
So then I fell in love with it. I was like looking forward to it, and then at the gym there would be like magazines of fitness girls. And I was like, oh my
So,
God.
literally, you're like, oh my.
I was like, I want to do that.
Yeah.
So one day I told my trainer, I said, I want to do that. And he was like, he looked at me like I was crazy because I was like 84 pounds. I was so little. So he was like, all right. And when I want something, I go full throttle.
Did you have to gain, though, for you to compete or no?
100%.
Oh, okay.
But my trainer, he knew everything at a T. He was like, all right, we're going to put you at this calorie deficit.
Yeah.
You know, you're going to do this much cardio. Everything was to a T. He knew exactly how to get me there.
Okay.
So by the time, then I was 16. So at this time, I think I was like 14 or 15. And then a year into working out, into training, I did my first show.
Was it easy for you to adjust to his whole meal plan, workout plan?
You know what? It's funny because before meeting with him, I was with a lot of doctors and nutritionists that were trying to put me on a healthy diet, and I didn't want to listen to them. But for some reason, I listened to this guy, and I put my full trust in
It
him.
was the workout part. It was the weightlifting.
It was the way I just fell in love with
Yeah.
it, and I trusted him, and
Yeah.
I did whatever he told me, and I was on the right path, and I loved it. And I did my first show when I was 16, my first bikini competition.
So, to be under 18, what is that like? How does that work? Like the levels of bikini competitions. How does it work?
So basically, if you're under the age of 18, your parents have to fine you to do it. But basically, when you're an amateur, you go by your height class. So I was competing with girls. So I'm 4'11", so I was competing with girls that were like 4'10" to 5'1".
Oh, okay.
There's a lot of girls. So you would be surprised. There's a lot of little girls that do bodybuilding shows. So then you compete with all the girls that are in that height class. And then if you win your class, then you get to compete with the other height of the other girls.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that makes sense. It's kind of the same idea where, like, then the next winners of every round kind of goes against
Yes.
each other.
So you first have to conquer your height. So whoever looks the best.
Oh.
Yeah.
And so you did that, and it was all over. And then that's when you knew fitness was forever.
I was just like, I just love. I'm a very competitive person. I love a good competition. So I was like, this is so fun. I love working out, and I loved eating healthy. So it was just like, and I also love being on stage and getting my little